Okay, guys, a very warm welcome to my lesson for today, where we are going to be looking at your mathematics. So, guys, for the last time, are you guys able to hear me? Can you clearly see on my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. So, what I'm going to do is just to mute all. Then from there, without wasting much of our precious time, we'll straight go into the math problems. So, what we're going to be looking at in today's lesson, honorable members, it is equations with fractions. This is going to assist you to be able to solve any math problems that has the fractions. It will give you an idea as to where you're supposed to start, what to do, and how to flatten a fraction. So let's see. I'm just going to start with few examples. On your side, just make sure that you pay maximum attention. And most importantly, do not, honorable members, do not allow me to continue without you understanding. So maybe let me write there to say equations with fractions. It is what we are going to be looking at in today's lesson. And most importantly, solving for x is what we are going to be doing. Solve for x. Meaning, we are going to have fractions where we need to solve for the unknown, which will be represented by letter x. So maybe let's say this is going to be our very first problem that we need to work out. So we are having 10 that is being divided by x, where we plus 3x that is being divided by x minus 2. And the whole of that is equated to 7. So when you are given something similar to this and you are expected to solve for x, the question now is, what is the first step, honorable members? It's more like we're trying to figure out what is it that we will need to do. Obviously, we might need to look at what we call LCD, the lowest common denominator. But I remember during my times, honorable members, when I had to make sense of these things, I said, if I've got that term, and that term, and only these terms on the left are a fraction, I am going to fractionalize this term. And the only way to fractionalize it is by dividing by 1. And the reason I would do this, honorable members, it's because I want to take that denominator, and that denominator. So I will take that denominator of x, I will take that denominator of x minus 2, I will also take that denominator of 1. This will therefore be my LCD, which means the next step, it is to flatten that given equation that has fractions. That is the main objective, honorable members. Once it has been flattened, then it makes it very much easier to work it out. So at all the times, just be aware that when you are given a math problem, which is an equation, it could be an expression, and one of the terms is a fraction. The first step, it is to identify your LCD, where in my case, I had to take all the denominators, put them inside the brackets, and regard those as my LCD. The main reason is so that we can flatten that equation. How do we flatten it? So that means you're going to multiply each term by your LCD. Meaning that first term of 10 over x, you will multiply it by that LCD. One thing for sure, that x will multiply with the 10 and it will obviously cancel with that x. So it's more like you just rewrite everything, but you exclude the denominator there, which means, maybe let me do it so that everyone understands what is happening, so that on upcoming questions, I will just take a shortcut. So what I'm saying is, you take the whole of this, you see the whole of that, you multiply it by that first term, meaning this x minus 2, and also that 1, you multiply that first term of 10 over x, plus, again, you multiply that by your LCD. What is it? It is that 3x over x minus 2, which is equals to, again, multiply by that same, so it's more like every term, you multiply it by that LCD. So this is what happens, honorable members. You see that x, it will cancel with that x. So it's more like you remain with everything else except the denominator. So that means you end up having, obviously, that one multiplying 10, it becomes 10 into x minus 2. That you plus it with. So can you see that x minus 2 will cancel with that x minus 2. And then you just remain with, obviously, 1 times x, it is x. So you end up having your 3x multiplying with that x, it makes it a squared. And this will be equals to, obviously, in this case, that one will cancel with that one, meaning that one there will cancel with that one. You end up with everything multiplying that 7. So it's more like this 1x multiplying that 7, it ends up being 7x. Remember, you still have that x minus 2 inside the brackets. So this is the process of flattening your equation where some of the terms are in a form of a fraction. If you can be able to flatten it, honorable members, trust me, down it's going to be an easy thing to do. So let me quickly check if all of you guys are able to understand what I've done over there. So guys, do you all understand what I've done over there? Or is there anyone who's got a question? Ningasabi, honorable members, in case if there is something that you did not understand, please do let
No questions from my side, sir.
if you don't, you're going to have some problem. And as well, it's okay. Guys, are we all okay up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then it's fine. I will just mute all of you, and then I will say yes over there. And let's see. So now that we have a flat equation, all that we can do it is to remove the brackets, and obviously it will be that by that. So you end up having 10x minus 20, that you plus it with 3x squared, and then you do that by that by that, you end up having 7x squared minus 7 times 2, it's 14, and then you still have your x. So you can take all these things on the left, move them to the right hand side, or take these things on the right hand side, move left. So the reason why I'm saying take them to the right? It's because you want to remain with 0. You have 7x squared on the right. You minus it by that 3x squared. It's like what you're doing now, it is to group. You already have negative 14x. You see, that 10x, you take it to the right, it changes the sign, it becomes minus 10x. You see that negative 20, you take it to the right, it becomes positive 20. So that means you've got 7x squared minus 3x squared. 14, yes, it was already there. You just took that 10 to the other side, it changed the sign. Even the 20 took it to the other side. So you arrow there. What is that minus that? Trust me, it gives you a 4x squared. What gives you a 24x, and then you still have your 20 there. But wait, can I not divide each term by 4? I think I can. I think I can, because 4 goes once into 4. And then 4 goes how many times into 24? It goes 6 times. 4 goes how many times into 20? It goes 5 times. So it's like I'm dividing each term by 4. Then you can go ahead and factorize. This one, it should be easy to factorize. So can you guys see? If you are not able to factorize, then you are going to be in trouble. I think it is 5. Apply them together, they will give you 5. And for you to get positive 5, obviously, the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. Positive, that's if you multiply a negative by a negative. Your 0, that, and or you've got your, what is it? Okay, in this case, we start with 0. So that means you've got your 0, which is equals to x minus 1. So you can take your 5 to the other side. It becomes positive 5, which is equals to x. I don't know why I'm writing. And you can rewrite it nicely and say x is equals to 5. Doesn't really. Take the 1 to the other side, changes the sign, and then you can see your x is equals to positive 1. You work out honorable members or members who are honorable. So if you want to check whether your answer is correct, we got our answers to be 5 and 1. So where you see x, you can substitute 5. For example, you can substitute 5 there. You can substitute 5 there inside the brackets. You can substitute 5 there. Punch all of that on your calculator and check if it gives you 7. If it gives you 7, then it means that first answer is correct. Then after you test with the other x value, which is 1, put 1 there, put 1 there, punch all of that on your calculator and check if it gives you 1. Okay, guys, any questions up to this point, or are we all okay? It's a lengthy calculation, but trust me, it trains you in terms of what you need to remember, what you need to do, and all of that. So let's see, honorable members or members who are honorable, are we all okay up to this point, especially on that one?
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions from your side?
No questions, sir.
No question.
No question. Okay. then it's fine. So now, we are going to move on to this question. I'm very much interested to see if you guys will be able to either work it out or understand how it works. Okay, because this one is a lengthy equation, I'm going to rotate my screen. You might also need to rotate on your side. So just rotate where necessary so that you'll be able to see this long equation, which is equation B. So we are given 5x plus 9. This is being divided by x squared minus 2x minus 3 minus, we've got 2x where we divide 3 minus x, and this is equated to x divided by x plus 1. Remember, guys, it doesn't matter how long the equation is. Do not be intimidated by that equation, honorable members. All that you need to know is that your first attention should be on the denominators. You just ask yourself a question to say, it looks like that first denominator. You can try to factorize it. I'm not sure, but I thought, okay, it's fine. Okay, so now let's see. We have this equation. Maybe let us factorize this thing because it can be factorized. You see that? It can be factorized. That would be your starting point, just so that it is easier for us to find our LCT. So what I'm saying is we still rewrite that at the top exactly as it is, but we try to factorize this thing, where we can say we have xx, and then what are we going to have? I think we are going to have 3 and 1. Obviously, the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. For us to end up having -3, that's if this one is positive. Yes. Then we have minus 2x. So I hope you guys are able to see that the key to these problems is factorization. So if you are struggling with factorization, just make sure, honorable members, I think the best way to go about this, it is to just drop a WhatsApp text as soon as this lesson is done. Once you drop a WhatsApp text, then I'm going to have an idea of who's struggling to factorize. Then we might do a special lesson where we just focus on factorization. I think that might be the best way to go about it, because in this lesson, we are not necessarily teaching you how to factorize, but an expectation is that you already know how to factorize, and all that we do is just to apply your knowledge on factorization. So notice something. Because we have factorized, this and that are the same. So we already have our common lowest denominator there. but this one is not the same as that one. You see, this one is not the same as that one. It is not, because there we are having x, which is positive minus 3. Here we are having positive 3 minus x. So we need to try and make them the same. How can we do that? This is how you manipulate them. So you have your 5x plus 9 divided by this one. You just leave it as it is. You don't want to complicate it. But you see this one, something can be done there. If we take out the negative, then we can start with our x, and then we can say minus 3 there. And this is equals to x over x plus 1. So it's like we wanted to make it the same as this one, because we know that when you say this times that, it gives you negative x. When you say that times that, it gives you positive 3, which is that one, positive 3 minus x. It's only that it's swapped, but in terms of the signs, they're the same. That's how you manipulate it, honorable members. Maybe before I go deep, let me just verify if you guys understood that part of manipulating that denominator, because this is the most important part. Guys, did you understand especially that part? Did you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Helry, Kim Zozo, Lady, Nova 9. Okay, then it's fine. I'm glad you guys did understand. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see that. This sign, it now changes to become positive because you've got negative divided by negative. So that means you still have your 5x plus 9, the whole of that is being divided by, this remains as it is, then it becomes plus. You have your 2x there, which is being divided by, you have that, and this is equals to x plus 1. You can still put it inside the brackets, it doesn't really matter that much. So can you guys see? Now you can see what my lowest common denominator, which is what? When we say lowest common, you see this one is on with that one. Since it's common, you can just write 1 because it's the same, it's common. Even that one is common. So you don't need to write all of them, you just write 1. So 1 represents both. That becomes your LCD. Now all that you need to do is just to multiply each term by your LCD. So now I won't have to multiply all of that by the whole of that. I will just straight away say, when you multiply that first term by the whole of that, that will cancel with that, and then that will cancel with that. So you end up having just your 5x, that you plus it by 9. Obviously plus, so you see now, you end up having that 2x with just x plus 1, because that one, it cancels with that one. That's how you flatten it. And then on this side, you end up having your x, which is being multiplied by that x minus 3. Why that one? Because that will cancel with that. So can you now see, you've got a flat equation. which is what you wanted from the beginning. So now all that you need to do is just to remove the brackets. How do you do that? Okay, everything else remains as it is. Your concentration is on removing the brackets, which means you do that by that, that by that. So you've got your 2x squared, where you plus, what is 2x times 1? It remains as 2x, which is equals to that by that, that by that. You end up having x squared minus 3x. So now it is that situation where you need to group. You start with that one because you know it's a quadratic equation. 2x start and then group it with that one. It comes to this side, it therefore changes its sign. And then already you have this plus that, which is 7x. So it's more like you have positive 7x. You take this one to the other side, it changes the sign, it becomes positive 3x. What else do you have? Oh yes, you still have a plus 9 there. So you still have plus 9 there. Obviously, on this side, you remain with a 0 because you took everything to the other side. So you end up having that minus that, which is just x squared. What about that and that? It gives you 10x, and then you still have your plus 9 there, which is equals to 0. So can you see, you will always need the skill to factorize. The members who can say they are struggling with factorization is the grade 10s, but 11 and 12, you can simply use your quadratic equation. It is as easy as that, where you will end up having your x, you can say 9 and then 1. So the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. For you to have positive 9, that's if you have that. So you see now, you are done. This first, that monomial, and then you can just say, or you have your x that you plus it with 1 equals to 0. Then you've got your x, which is equals to -9. You've got your x, which is equals to -1. So now all that you need to do, you test this answer, you must also test that answer. For example, if when you substitute -1, the left-hand side does not equals to the right-hand side, and then you can just come and cancel that one, which means the x equals to -9, it is a valid answer, but x equals -1, it is not a solution. So that's why I had to cross it that side, but you will definitely need to test it. Okay, so I've done the first half, honorable members. I would like to check if there are any questions. Otherwise, if not, I'm going to give you guys something to work out. And let's see. Guys, any questions for me? And as well.
No questions from my side, sir.
Or Phil, Akona, Novanai, Mita, Mleri, Namfundo, La Vela Guinea, 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 La Vela Guinea, 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 Guinea. Are we okay, La Vela? Atayanda, Atli the Atlis.
Yes, sir.
Didn't Williams. Okay, then it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to give you guys something. I might give you guys something. Okay, maybe let's start with this one. Lightweight. Let's do the lightweight. We start with the lightweight, which is x minus 3 which is equals to that over that. Yes. This is a problem that you need to very quickly work out. As soon as you get an answer, you comment in the comment section and you can just say x is equals to this, x is equals to that. If one of the x's are not a solution, then inside the brackets you can say not a solution. For example, you can say x equals to 1 or x equals to 2. Inside the brackets say no solution. That's if x is not a solution. How do you know if it's not a solution? That's if you take that or those two values, you test them, the check right hand side. So you guys can start and work it out. Are you busy there, honorable members? Are you working it out?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm done, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Did you guys comment in the comment section? So you just need to make sure that you can write your answers in the comment section. The first few 3, 4 to finish, then we will compare and then we see. Okay. I hope you guys have copied that. Let's see. X equals to that or x is equals to that. We have 6 and -3. Okay. Looks like you guys are getting the same answer. So very quickly, 6 and -3. You guys are saying x is equals to 6 or x is equals to -3. I'm going to test those answers. So I will just tell you if they are correct. So now we move on to the next problem. And this is what you need to do. We have x minus 2. That is being divided by x minus 1. We minus 5 divided by x, that we plus it by 2, and this being equals to 7 divided by x minus 1. Yes, there's another problem that you need to work out. In the meantime, I'll just be testing that one. Guys, that problem, is it clear there? Can you guys see what you need to do on that question B? Are you guys working on it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, these answers are correct. That one is correct. That one is correct. So that means you need to work it out. You need to work it out until you get those answers. If you don't get those answers, then it means you've made a mistake somewhere. So very quickly work out on that other one. So as soon as you are done, you just comment your answers in the comment section. So all that I do on my side is just to test if those answers are correct or not. I'll just mute on my side. Once you are done, you just comment and say I'm done. That's how I will know how many of you are. Yes, when you're done, Henry, you comment with the answers and you also unmute and say I'm done, just so that I know, because I'm going to go back to the question.
I'm done, sir.
I only had one person saying I'm done. Okay, let's see. 30, -1, 30, -1, 30, -1, 30, -1. Okay, looks like you guys are getting the same answer. Then it's fine. Let me see. I'm therefore going to find another question, and then I'm going to be testing that 13, -1. Let's see. So you guys are saying x is equals to 13 or x is equals to -1. Okay, let me find another question. Okay, it's another question, which is x plus 6 x squared minus 4 and minus. Remember, guys, it doesn't really matter that much if you are getting the correct answers or not. If you attempt it and you get the wrong answers, it is a good step in the right direction. The first thing it is to attempt. That's how we learn, honorable members. If you just fold your arms and you do not do anything, you are going to be in trouble, because this type of questions, you won't need to expect them in an exam, but whatever that you do in mathematics, it involves this type of calculations. For example, when we're going to be doing the functions, a hyperbola, it's in a form of a fraction. So how are you going to solve for x or find the intercepts if you do not know how to find the unknown where you are given fractions? So just make sure that at least you write something. If you are getting wrong answers, honorable members, the best that you can do is to make sure that as soon as this lesson is made available for catch-up, you watch it from the start until the end, and then you attempt to work out these problems. If they are still giving you a challenge, then you can therefore say, this is what I've done, and I'm not getting these answers that the honorable members are getting. So let me quickly try to verify that. So we are having 13 there, where we minus 2. At the bottom, we have 13 there, where we minus 1, minus. So you guys should be working on that one. Myself, I'm testing those answers. 13 plus 2. I'm getting 7 over 2. 7 over 12. 12. Yes. That first one seems to be correct. So this answer is correct. Just as I'm very much impressed, honorable members. Very, very much impressed. As long as some of you guys are getting them correct, it indicates we are onto something. But remember, even if other honorable members are commenting with the correct answers and you're not getting that, let me know, honorable members. Let me know so that we can check where you could be making a mistake. 5 at the bottom we have. Negative plus that. Yes, even this one is correct. Yes, even that one is correct. So both answers are valid and correct. Okay, let's move on to that other one. I hope you guys are busy on that one. Are you guys working on that one?
So I'm
Yes,
I'm
sir.
struggling to find an answer.
Who's speaking now?
Kimberly, sir.
Kim Zozo. Okay, which one? On the 13 and -1?
No, sir, the question you just gave us, C.
C.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. You've attempted it, but you're not able to get the answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Maybe let's discuss. What did you do first?
So I factorized the x squared minus 4, which gave me
Okay. Continue.
which gave me x minus 2 and x plus 2.
Inside the brackets. Okay. Then it looks like you've got your LCD being x minus 2, x plus 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then you multiply each term by that. What do you have? You end up having x plus 6, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Minus 2 into x plus 2.
Yes, sir.
Which is equals to -1 into x minus 2.
Yes, sir.
Yes, then from there, you do that by that, that by that, that by that, that by that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
But no, Kim Zozo, if you were able to find B, you should be able to find this one after it's flattened. Just be careful of the signs. Just be careful of the signs. When you say this times this, I'm not writing, but I'm just trying to visualize what you need to do. So you will have your x plus 6, and then you will have -2 times x. It gives you -2 times negative. No, negative 2 times positive 2, it gives you negative 4.
Sir, Hillary
Mhm.
also just commented that there's no solution.
No solution. So
Yes, sir.
it looks like we might, yes.
Is that like the x's cancel each other out? There's no solution.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Let me check if maybe I'm the one who made a mistake when I was copying it. So we have x plus 6 over x squared minus 4, yes. Minus 2 over x minus 2, yes. Yes, no, it's fine. I've copied it correctly. So possibly it is the question itself that is an error. Maybe very quickly, let me work it out so that I can also see. So we have, no, I don't want that color, but I want that one. So we've got x plus 6 over, that is the difference between two squares. So you have x minus that, you have x plus that minus, you've got 2 divided by x minus that, can still be inside that, and then you've got that, and then that, plus that. So your LCD, it will be x minus 2 and x plus 2. So it will cancel for that first one of x plus 6 minus 2 for this one. You will end up having x plus 2, which will be equals to minus 1 into x minus that. Okay, you've got that here, you've got that. Remember, this is that by that. And then you've got that, and then that. Yes. And then this and that, and they give you negative that, this and that, they give you positive 2, which will be equals to that plus that. Yes, when you take it to the other side, they cancel. Yes, so that means the answer to this one, you can just say no solution. Yeah, maybe for some reason, in case if you're practicing and then it gets to this situation, you can just say no solution. Yes, but from what I'm thinking, if we have to say this equation is wrong, possibly there it was not supposed to be negative, but it was supposed to be just a positive x. Maybe this is how it is. You just had to work it out until you reach that stage and you just comment and say no solution. Okay, so let me give you guys the last one. Which one can I give you? This
So
one.
I have a question.
Yes.
So did the question have an error, or are there questions where there are supposed to be no solution? For example, if I'm writing a test and a question comes out like that, is it supposed to have no solution and was made like that, or is there an error in the question?
So in an exam, they hardly bring this type of questions where you've got no solution. But if you were in an exam and you are 100% sure of your steps, then you will just say no solution. Because if it's an exam and they made a mistake, somehow they can't punish you for their mistakes. For example, if maybe a question is an error, you might find that somehow they can just check either what you guys did, or they just completely take it out, and then the test will be out of, if the question was 5 marks, and then maybe it was a test of out of a 150, then they will just say the test will be out of 145, just because that question of 5 marks was an error. Something of this nature. Because even if you say you want to consult with the invigilator, you might find that it's LO teacher. They won't know if this thing has an error or not. But what I'm saying is, on your side, just follow the correct steps. If it gets to that stage, just write and say no solution. Don't just leave it and say assume it's error. You can just say no solution. But trust me, in an exam, you won't have this type of questions. What we are doing now, it is just to prepare you for when you are dealing with different types of topics which involves the fractions. So it's like this thing is like Sunday course where you've got rice. What do you get inside the rice? Is it a starch? Let's say you get starch, and then there's a meat, there you get protein, and then there's tomato sauce. I'm not sure what you get inside tomato sauce. There's cabbage, you get something there inside the cabbage, and then there's gravy there. Yes, my son is failing to say beetroot, and you'll be shocked to hear what he said. So he's 3 years old and he says tablood. Yeah, tablood. Tablood is beetroot. So I'm not sure what you get inside tablood, but you will definitely get something inside tablood. And then what else? Pumpkin. Yes, inside the pumpkin you'll also get something there. So what I'm trying to say, honorable members, is that in an exam, it's either they give you tabloid to deal with decisively. It's either you deal with it decisively or it deals with you. And then they give you a pumpkin separately, you deal with it. Then in question 10, where you're dealing with the functions, a part of this will also come. So it's not like in an exam you might expect something looking exactly like that. I'm not sure. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say when I say this is like a Sunday course?
Yes,
It's
sir.
like one in all. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty much sure that you, Anna, as well, you fully understand because, yeah, I think I did explain this either last year or last year. Yeah, it will definitely make sense to you. But other honorable members, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Especially the member who asked a question, was it Kim Zozo? Did you understand,
Yes, sir,
honorable member?
understand.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Goodest. There is our last question that you guys need to work out. I'll just mute. In the meantime, when you're done, you just let me know. Then I'll test your answers and tell you if it is correct or not.
Sir,
Sir.
Yes.
also
Is there
this
someone speaking?
equation,
No solution.
Yeah.
also this
It's no
equation doesn't have a
solution.
solution.
No solution. Hey, what if you guys are getting moved by this question and you just say no solution? I don't
No, it's a no
trust you,
solution.
honorable members. Muano, I don't trust you. Especially you, honorable member. You know, I don't trust you, Muano. You guys are getting worried and you just say no solution. Hmm?
So you're trying making it hard.
Okay, let's see. Let's say we have that, and then we have that, and then we have that. That remains as it is. So it looks like we will just have to try and factorize that. And so when you factorize that, you end up having x, and then what are you going to get when you factorize that? We have, what will be the factors? That makes 18 and they give us 6. Huh? What will be the factors for 18?
Plus 6 minus 3.
Plus 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3. Okay. So that means those will be our LCD. Our LCD will be, we just take this one, and then we just take that one. Okay. So now let's see. That means now on this side, we end up having 3x plus 4, and then it is multiplying with that, which is equals 2, and then we have 3x minus that cancels with that, and then we have that minus, and that cancels completely. Okay, that by that, it gives us 3x squared. That by that, it gives us minus 9x. That by that, it gives us 4x minus 12, which is that by that, it gives us 3x squared. That by that, it gives us 9x. That by that, and then that gives us 12 minus 21x. Okay, this one will cancel with that one, because when you take it to the other side, it changes. It will definitely cancel. And then here you've got that and that. What do they give you? I think they give you negative 5x. You have minus 12 on this side. And then on this other side, you've got 9x minus 21x. What will that be? And 9 minus 21, it gives us 12. And then is it going to be a negative? Yes, it becomes a negative 12x. And then we still have minus 2. So we need to minus a 2x there, which is that one there. And then we still have that minus 12 there. Yes. Okay, let's see. We have that. So what will be that and that? It will end up being a minus 24x. You take it to the other side, it becomes positive 24x. And then obviously you have that minus 12. You take this 12 to the other side, it changes the sign, it becomes positive 12, you can say equals to 0. Then what is that and that? Obviously these two, they cancel. But what is that and that? It's like you're saying 24 minus 5, which is equals to 19. So you have 19x, which will therefore equals to 0. Divide both sides by 19. And then it's like you have your x, which is equals to 0. It's like you have your x, which is equals to 0. Okay, now I'm starting to get worried. You guys got no solution and I'm getting 0. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Can someone
Sir,
Tell me if I made a mistake somewhere.
sir,
Yes.
doesn't it
Mhm.
mean that it has no solution? Like x being 0 means it has no solution.
No. Why sometimes do you have, for example, x is equals to 0 or x is equals to 3? X is equals to 0, so 0 is a solution.
Sir,
Or maybe when you substitute 0, left does not equal to right. Is that what you guys are saying? Someone is calling my name. Yes. What is it?
so you didn't distribute nicely. You need to distribute proper, sir.
Okay. So you noticed my mistake. Let's see. Where did I make a mistake?
So you're supposed to times 3x by 6 will give you 18x, positive 18x.
Which part?
There by 3x minus 2
So
and
the
x
second side.
plus.
Oh, yes. When I say this times that, it gives me that. When I say this times that, oh, where did I get 9?
Yes, it was supposed to give you positive 18x.
Okay. And then anything else is fine, ne?
Yes, sir.
No,
I'm not saying no. No, I'm just saying, Anna's world, on that step, everything going that side is fine.
yes, sir.
Obviously, okay, obviously, it will be affected. So now, let's see. 18, you work it out with that, and you work it out with that. So it's like we have that 18, we must minus 2, and then we must minus 21. It gives us -5. So it's like in terms of x, we end up having a -5 on the right-hand side. So we end up having -5x minus 12. And then that's why you guys are saying it's an error, because when you take that -5 to the other side, it becomes positive, and then it completely cancels with that one. Even with the 12, you take it to the other side, it cancels with that one. And then that is why you end up with the no solution. No solution, no solution. Yes, now I agree. Now I agree on numbers. So this one where I got this to be 0, that was assuming that I did everything correctly. And I'm sure that all of you guys were going to say x is equals to 0. If indeed you had to say 0 divided by a number, you were not going to say no solution. I now agree. But let's see. I think we can leave it here, but what I'm going to do, I will maybe send some more exercises that you can do just for practice. I'll send those in the channel. Yes, so that if you want to practice some more, you can practice. Then we are therefore making a conclusion on this, what we say, with things that has to do with the fractions. Guys, are we all okay up to this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.